guys, and welcome to my YouTube video. Hope you're okay. Today's video is going to be generally me talking about the girl behind the YouTube. If you're interested in Disney, then please stay along, and thank you very much for watching. I asked on Instagram today to some of my followers to send some questions that I could talk about today, so I hope that's okay. So I thought I'd introduce myself first. So my name's Lauren Green. I am 28 years old, nearly 29, gonna be birthday soon. I am a primary school teacher. I live in Warrington. I have a twin sister who is also on Instagram, and we share a love of Disney. As you can see, the ears and the bags in the background, and of course what I'm wearing today. So on Instagram today, I asked a lot of my followers to send some questions of things that I could talk about, so here goes. So the first question that I got is, what's your favourite character meet, and who would that be with? So I've done lots of character greets over the last couple of years, but one of my favourite ones recently has to be Mickey and Minnie at the theatre just before you get into Walt Disney World on the right hand side. My last trip I went with my twin sister, Freya, and that was a really personal, touching meet and greet with watching my little niece be greeted by Minnie and Mickey, and the pure amazement on her face was just absolutely amazing. Another question that was similar to this one that I got was, which character would you love to meet and haven't met yet? I have met lots and lots of characters. I met like Donald and Daisy and Goofy, the main ones, the princesses, fairy godmother outside the castle, but one I have never done and I've always wanted to do is Chip and Dale, because as I've mentioned before, I am a twin, and me and my twin used to always say, you're Chip, I'm Dale. It was like a little thing that we used to do, and as an adult I've never met the characters, but I have got photographs with them when I was a lot younger, when I used to go to the parks with my mum and dad. So there we are. What is your Disney bucket list? I don't have a bucket list because every time I go, there's always been something new that we've done. And Disney for the last 3 years for me has been very new. So a lot of new things, because I had quite a gap between my childhood Disney World visits to the Disney World that I do now. So a lot of things are new to me. There's still loads that I want to do. Obviously I want to go back and see the new Star Wars at Hollywood Studios. There's like so many things, like places to eat that I've never ate. I've done a lot of them, so a lot of those I want to tick off as well. It says, someone asked, what advice would you give to someone who wants to visit the UK? Top place to visit. Well, if you want to come and see me, then obviously come to Warrington, but there's not a great deal in Warrington. But Warrington is not far from Manchester or Liverpool, which is amazing to visit. There's always nice restaurants and places to see. If you've never been to the UK before, then obviously come to our capital, London. I mean, where Buckingham Palace is and all that, and Madame Tussauds, and there's so much to explore in London. I am currently trying to plan another visit to London myself, because living in the UK, it's our history, and it's something that I want to get back to. So definitely come to London, but if you want to come and see me, come to Warrington. Best Disney memory, I got that question and it stunned me, because I was like, best Disney memory? There's just too many. The favourite ones I have has to be my last trip. I went with my best friend Jo, my twin sister Chloe, and her husband John, and my little niece Freya, and there was just unbelievable amount of memories that I still can't forget today. Freya, obviously meeting Mickey and Minnie for the first time, walking down Main Street with my twin after like 12 years of not going to Disney World together. That was just unreal. My favourite ride of Magic Kingdom is Splash Mountain, and there's a special memory where we all got on Splash Mountain, even including Freya, and there was fireworks up in the sky. It was just, it brought a tear to my eye. Memories as a child, it was just walking down Main Street with mum and dad. I'll never forget my dad dragging me on the Haunted Mansion and being terrified but coming off screaming at the other end because I absolutely loved it. Same with Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios, you know, being absolutely terrified as a child but so excited when I got off it, and glad I had those experiences with my family. I've swam with dolphins, that was pretty amazing. I've stayed at Coronado Springs and Caribbean Beach Resort. That was on our last holiday, but as a child, that's where my mum and dad always took us. We always went back to Caribbean Beach. I had stayed in a villa with family, but it didn't quite feel the same. On the last trip to Walt Disney World, we didn't go to Universal Studios. That's my next question. Why didn't we go? Well, one of the reasons was Freya was only 3, and there's a lot of stuff that she couldn't get on, and we all agreed it's a lot to pay and to have to keep swapping and looking after Freya, and it's not fair on Freya that she didn't get to go on anything. But when I went in 2017 with my best friend Joe, we went to Universal and it blew my mind. The whole Harry Potter thing, it was like, what is this? Again, as a child, I have memories of going on Men in Black with mum and dad, and you know, just lovely, fun memories. But Disney just gets better and better every year. I mean, already there's so many new things coming, and I can't wait to plan another visit. My twin sister, there were 3 on Instagram, she is going to Walt Disney World in November. So I'm like writing a list tonight of like things that, please pick me this up, please pick me this up, please pick me this up, and I'm sure she will. Another one is the best park. Somebody said, what is your best park? Well, my best park has to be Magic Kingdom. It always is Magic Kingdom. I think it's like when you get there, it's like, oh, I'm home. But somebody said for me to rank, and I've ranked before, and it always changes because the parks change so much. But number 1 has to be Magic Kingdom. It is home to me. The second one for me is Animal Kingdom recently, because it is that Pandora. It takes my breath away since they got that, and it's just absolutely amazing. Then obviously Hollywood Studios, but again that position could change because I've not seen the new Star Wars, and when I was Toy Story Land I was like, wow, this is amazing, but it still doesn't touch Pandora for me. But I'm sure when I go back and I see the Star Wars, I think Hollywood might jump to second place again. And then Epcot. Now Epcot used to be one of my favourite places to be, and it still is, but in that heat and going round Epcot, it can be quite difficult when, you know, in the summer holidays and it gets really hot and things. But there was lots of rides at Epcot that touched my heart as well, especially with Freya on the last trip when we obviously Frozen. She was obsessed with Frozen, and I can't tell you how many times we went on that ride. I actually don't know, lost count. And every time was special and memorable. Another special moment was going on Soaring with Freya. I absolutely love that ride. It's one of my favourite, and to look to my left and see a little girl sat there just like in awe of it, but also a bit scared. It was really amazing. I do love Illuminations, and obviously when we were on our last trip, that was the last time we got to see Illuminations, and that was such a special memory again, and it really touched everyone's hearts. It really did. The best food we've ever had. Now, I think I've talked about this on my Instagram page. You can see I'm not scared of eating, let's say that. But when I go on holiday with heat, I completely lose appetite. I mean, it's like the best diet ever. Everyone says, like, you go on holiday to pig out and eat and enjoy yourself. Well, I'm the opposite. I've been to Tenerife and Spain, I've been to America, I've been to lots of places, been on cruises, and when there's heat, I lose appetite. I just don't want to eat. I drink all the time. I'll have an ice cream and stuff like that, purely salads, light food. As soon as they put a big meal up in front of me, it's like, no, it's not happening. On previous holidays, I've had child meals because I'm just like, no, this is ridiculous. Way too much food. But on my last Walt Disney World trip, obviously we had the dining plan included, and I did really well. Jo, my best friend, said she was proud of me, and Chloe said she was proud of me, because it's something that I battle with when I'm on holiday, because people worry about me. And on my last trip, I came home and I lost well over a stone. So just need to go back again. But the only bad thing is when I come back to the UK, it's like it's cold, it's freezing, so the food is there, and then it easily creeps on. There you go. So the other one is I got a question: am I looking forward to Disneyland Paris? Oh my god, yes. A lot of people keep telling me that I'm going to be disappointed, that oh my god, you're going to compare it to Florida, but I would never do that, because I know the park is smaller. And I've seen some Disneyland vlogs, and you know, it's completely different, but I'm going to love it for its own individual park, so I'm not going to compare, I promise you that. This trip is a budget trip for me, because I have other things planned for the rest of the year. I've got another holiday in mind that I'll explain in later videos to come. And like I said, my twin is going to Walt Disney World in November, so she's going to be getting quite a bit of money from me to be like, hey, excuse me, bring me this back, and I know she will. Love you, Chloe. So I go 2 weeks today, but actually I leave 2 weeks yesterday. We're staying in London the night before, exploring a bit of London, and then getting on the Eurotunnel the following morning. We actually only have, I think it's 2.5 full days, or 2 full days and a half a day in the park. The rest of the time is like pit stopping at other places that we've got planned, but I can't wait to do some Disney shopping. Rides that I'm excited for, all of them. Ratatouille, I think, because Walt Disney World don't have that, so that's going to be pretty amazing. What's the other one? The Crush ride, the Crush roller coaster. I don't quite know names of these, because I didn't want to watch too much vlogging, because I find that ruins the experience. It's like, oh yeah, I saw this, oh yeah, I saw this. So I've seen small video clips, so excuse if I'm getting the name wrong. But when I go there, I do plan to vlog. My last videos that are on the YouTube channel right now, they're not really vlogging, they're just mini videos that I've made. But this is the first time that I'm going to try and do some vlogging, so hopefully you'll enjoy and follow along. My Instagram page, I'll put the link on as well, but there's lots of videos and I upload pictures all the time, so please do follow along. I am super excited for Disneyland Paris, but like I say, it is a budget trip, so the spending is going to be cut short and things like that, but it's more about the experience and just enjoying myself while I'm there. Other questions I got is your best photo pass memory. Oh my god, too many, just unbelievable. When I went in 2017 with my best friend Jo, when we got photo pass, we were just like, oh quick, go to that person, get a picture, go to that person, get a picture. It's just the best thing ever, because you're so busy with the rides and the food and looking around that sometimes I do forget to take memories and pictures of it. So photo pass, when they're there, it's just a great opportunity to just go, yeah,